Hey, what's up, y'all? It's cracking this D. About to react to this video about Inform Overload. This is top 10 beauty YouTubers whose plastic surgeries went horribly wrong. Yeah, this sounds crazy. This sounds pretty crazy. Honestly, I don't watch beauty YouTubers, so I cannot say who has gotten plastic surgery and how their face look different, this, that. I don't know, but they about to go over these different beauty YouTubers and how, you know, they changing up their faces or their bodies or whatever, and they look crazy. They looking real crazy. So we about to see who's on this list. Let's watch.
Hey YouTube friends, I'm your host Joss. Welcome back to Inform Overload. We bring you the biggest news stories, and when there isn't any, we entertain you with some fun top 10 lists. Find the IO team on social media. Our links are down below, and stay until the end of this list to watch some common features and blooper clips. Watch us mess up. It's a lot of fun. But first, let's sip on some tea and talk about 10 times that beauty influencers got plastic surgery and it went so wrong. Starting our countdown at number 10 is Nicole. Like many other influencers, she decided to get a boob job in hopes that they would leave her feeling like a brand new. But instead, it left her with an inverted nipple, vertigo, and joint pain. She was in so much pain that she couldn't lay on her stomach, exercise, or even take deep inhales for an entire year. Within that year, she had to have 3 breast surgeries to try and correct the first botch procedure. Even after the 3rd surgery, she said that she woke up with a full body rash. She described it and said it felt like she was bit by 1,000 fire ants. She vented to her YouTube followers and said, "It would be really nice for me to have just one drama-free surgery experience." Yeah, girl. I don't know what kind of bad karma you got, but that is some serious bad luck. Next up is Cydnee Black, who wanted to make her face appear slimmer, so she went to get some fillers in her jaw. But she was actually really happy with her results, so she wanted to go back and get more. It's like when you get a tattoo. I feel like once you get one tattoo, you immediately want more. Tell me I'm wrong. During one of her visits back, the doctor suggested that she should add to her cheeks and make them more full, and also suggested to her to get some fillers underneath her eyes. She agreed to it, but regretted it afterwards when her face looked permanently swollen. She's been open about it, saying it made her feel super insecure, and said, I quote, "It was probably one of the worst decisions I have ever made." Well, girl, you might have gone just one doctor visit too far. Sometimes less is more. Coming to the number 8 spot is Cassidy Valentine. I blame Kylie Jenner for making lip fillers a household term. Our generation has normalized the cosmetic procedure as if it's buying a new handbag. Cassidy hopped on the train and went to get lip fillers, but said she got botched to a point where she almost lost her top lip and her eyesight. She ended up having to get all the fillers in her face completely taken out because it went so horribly wrong and she was at serious risk.
By an hour, my lip was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. All of my lips were swollen, but the right side was massive. It was massive.
She, like many other YouTubers, contacted a company that will give you fillers for free in exchange for a free post. She said that it was a stupid decision, and the company she had them done at just told her that it was a normal healing process. Yeah. That's what they all say. Her lips were swollen, purple, and bruised, and she had a difficult time seeing because her artery was clogged. She posted a YouTube video sharing her story to try and encourage other females that it is not worth the risk, and it isn't always a quick fix like the other influencers make it seem. So at number 7 spot is Brooklyn Love. She isn't as well known as some of the others on this list, but she might be now. Nothing wrong with shouting out some dream chasers out there. Know what I'm saying? Get her some clout. This one is a beauty procedure, not so much plastic surgery, but I feel like they all go hand in hand since you're getting a procedure done to alter your appearance. She went on to get a simple procedure done, one that I honestly didn't even think could go wrong. She got eyelash extensions, which turned out to be a complete nightmare. She was left with bruising and couldn't get any water near her eye without experiencing horrible pain. The blame went right to the technician, who she claimed was using an iPad and put it too close to her lash line. Apparently, during the procedure, the technician puts an iPad on the lower lash to hold them down, while they add lash extensions to the upper lid. I've never had it. After her terrible experience, she went on to become a licensed eyelash technician herself because she wanted it to be a pain-free and relaxing experience like it should have been for her. In spot number 6 is the beauty influencer Evelina. She underwent surgery to get veneers, which might not seem like a big deal to some people because it's one of the most popular procedures to get right now in the beauty world. But not everyone ends up with those happily ever after pearly white teeth. After Evelina had the surgery, she had 3 major issues. The procedure wasn't done properly, and there was a gap between the veneer and her actual teeth. As As the days went by, the veneer popped off, so she had to go get it glued back in. Imagine being in public and your veneer pops off. But less than a week later, it popped off again and she had to go back. Third time's a charm. The influencer revealed that she was opening a bag of chips with her teeth after that, and it ripped the veneer out of the root. Ouch. She ended up going to see a different doctor who told her that the original guy had filed off way too much of her natural teeth and it burned her gums, which is why they couldn't stay in place.
Oh my goodness.
Thankfully, she was able to get some corrective procedures done.
Just get braces.
Number
I'm about
5
to get
is
braces.
Huda Kattan. She's one of the most influential ladies in the beauty world. She funded her own cosmetic company called Huda Beauty. But one thing that her fans admire her for is that she's always been open about her insecurities that have led her to getting plastic surgery. She's not ashamed of the fact that she's gone under the knife. She even got a nose job and a breast augmentation done at the same time. Brave. She also had fillers put in her cheeks, face, and lips. Out of all procedures, though, she says that the lip injections were the worst decision she's ever made. The surgeon did 4 different injections, which created 4 big bulges in the spot where the needle was injected. She said the bulges were so big that it was even hard to kiss her husband. It was so bad that she lost feeling in her lips and couldn't even whistle. She said she basically had no control over them. Turns out there was way too much filler in them and she had to get them fixed by a different doctor years down the road. Here we are at number 4 with Nikkie Tutorials. This one was a big deal for people because the beauty guru was always praised for the way she embraced her natural beauty and encouraged others by it. Fans were pretty bummed when she admitted to getting Botox and fillers done, but we would still never wish her to have a bad experience with it. Her first ever lip filler experience was one that she was ashamed of because it didn't really go as planned. The fillers had created these little flops in her lips and she was embarrassed to even be seen in public. Like the others on this list, she had to go back to a different doctor to have the initial procedure fixed. She does speak openly on it though, and she even did a full Q&A video just on her lip injections. She wants people to be informed before deciding if they want to get it themselves. Well, that, or she was getting paid to promote the lip surgery. I said it. I said what I said. In our third spot is Alissa Ashley. This influencer had a beauty procedure done that landed her in the ER. It wasn't plastic surgery, but I think this story should be heard since this beauty procedure is so popular right now. Scary. She went to get her eyebrows microbladed and actually enjoyed the session when having it done. It was the aftermath that was a disaster for her. Once she returned home, things took a turn for the worse. The entire area around her eyebrows and eyeballs were so swollen and red that she could hardly see. They got so bad that her actual eyeballs just looked like tiny little slits. She had to be rushed to the ER where doctors gave her medication to reduce the swelling and redness. Turns out she was having an allergic reaction, so they had to numb her face and do a procedure to treat the brow area. Good news is her face went back to normal. Bad news is the microblading ink had faded and she did not get the brows she wanted. So all of that trauma was basically for nothing. Kristen Leanne.
Okay, allergic reaction
another face
is
procedure that happens on the daily and everyone needs to take caution because this is a prime example of you just never know. It honestly could happen to you. Kristen went to get a chemical peel done on her face and suffered from a horrific chemical burn. Her entire face was left discolored, peeling, bleeding, and in a lot of pain. She spent $400 on the peel and said that even when her skin healed, it still did not clear up. She talked about it and said, I would hope that when you spend $400 on a peel that you would see a drastic difference, and I honestly can't tell a difference at all. Going through 13 days of gnarly pain on the face and the $400, I really don't think it was worth it. Yeah. I don't think anything is worth a chemical burn. She's lucky it wasn't anything more serious than that. Don't mess with your face, people. Leave your face alone. Leave it. Your face is fine. Just freaking leave it. Earning himself the #1 spot on our list is Jeffree Star. It's no secret that Jeffree Star looks completely different than he used to with the help of some plastic surgery. But one procedure he's been very open and honest about, and it all began when he posted a really personal YouTube video saying, almost 10 years ago, I got botched by a doctor in Beverly Hills when I went to get a procedure done. He lied to me about what he was doing, and years later, I'm still dealing with the consequences. He went on to explain that he doesn't regret much in his life, but meeting this doctor is one thing that he does regret. He got lip fillers done and didn't have side effects until a year later. Turns out the doctor mixed silicone and Juvederm, and Jeffree had no idea that that was going on. Since then, he's had to undergo multiple surgeries to get the original fillers removed and the new ones put in. He now strongly recommends his fans to do proper research before going in for anything. Tattoos, Botox, plastic surgery, everything. His YouTube video followed him into the procedure room where you can actually see the entire process of him getting his botched lip fixed.
Oh my goodness.
Yucky. Well,
Bruh, this is crazy. crazy. I didn't know that these people had these procedures done. I'm familiar with a few of them. Obviously, Jeffree, Alissa, Nikkie Tutorials, and I didn't know about any of these incidents. So that's pretty crazy. That kind of made me scared too, because I recently got something done. I got this like laser treatment done on my face, and I heard about this from Cydnee Aiko. Aiko, I don't know if that's how you say her last name, but she was talking about how, because her skin is like really nice, and she was talking about how she got this this laser treatment done called Fraxel, and basically it's just a laser that like goes over your face and it damages your skin and forces your body to produce more collagen. So that is what I recently got done, and my face is actually swollen as a result of it. I don't know if you can tell. I went out with my friend a couple days ago and she said she couldn't tell. So I was like, what? Maybe it's just me because it's my face and I see it all the time. So any little difference I'm gonna notice a lot, but I definitely can tell that my face is swollen. But they said that that's normal, you know, for it to heal. It takes like a week for the swelling to go down. But, you know, I feel like my skin is starting to like smooth out for the most part. So I'm happy about that. But like this kind of made me scared watching this. Like, wait, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But I feel like laser is like way different than actually getting Botox and getting like shit injected into your face. Like that's something completely different. So yeah, I understand people want to do what they want to do with their money and it's their face. So, you know, do what you like. But yeah, I mean, there are risks with anything you do. So you just got to be aware of that. But this is pretty wild. But y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to react to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!